Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Geoffrey. Geoffrey is the medieval spelling of Geoffrey, used primarily among the English and the French. The French pronounce it Geoffrey. In fact, the name was first introduced to England by the Norman French after the Conquest of 1066, and it's been in circulation ever since. The Old French Geoffroy was ultimately derived from an ancient Germanic name Gautfridu, with the last element, fridu, meaning peace. The first component of the name is up for debate, but the most common explanations come from the Old High German Gott meaning God or Gai meaning district, territory or, finally, Walla meaning stranger. So Geoffrey could either mean divine peace, place of peace or stanger of peace. The name is often associated with Godfrey, which does mean God's peace. In medieval England, the name Geoffrey was particularly popular among the nobility. It's also a name with a fair amount of literary cachet. Three very significant men held the name Geoffrey in English history. 1. Geoffrey Plantagenet was a Frenchman and father to King Henry II, thus launching the royal house of Plantagenet, which ruled England from the 12th to 15th centuries. The other, Geoffrey of Monmouth, was a Welshman and British historian also dating back to the 12th century. He is the one we can thank for preserving the tales of King Arthur's court and other stories from Celtic mythology. Lastly, Geoffrey Chaucer was a 14th century poet and notable author of the Canterbury Tales. Geoffrey would eventually fall from usage in England after the Middle Ages, but it was revived again in the 20th century, mostly in the form of Geoffrey. Personality of the boy named Geoffrey. Romance is the hallmark of the sixth personality. They exude nurturing, loving, and caring energy. Sixes are in love with the idea of love in its idealized form, and with their magnetic personalities, they easily draw people toward them. Like the number 2 personality, they seek balance and harmony in their life and the world at large. They are conscientious and service-oriented, and a champion for the underdog. These personalities naturally attract money and are usually surrounded by lovely material objects, but their human relationships are always primary. They thrive in giving back to others rather than being motivated by their own desires. This is when they achieve great things. Sixes are natural teachers, ministers, and counselors. Popularity of the boy named Geoffrey. The old-school spelling of Geoffrey enjoyed a 20th century revival after the more phonetically spelled Geoffrey surfaced in the 1930s. While never as popular as Geoffrey, which reached as high as number 9 on the charts in 1966, Geoffrey nonetheless saw some traction. In fact, Geoffrey got as high as number 167 on the charts, 1975, not too shabby. However, today, Geoffrey is no longer a top 1,000 favorite, and only given to a mere 100 baby boys in 2013. It might be argued that Geoffrey is the more scholarly spelling, more medieval and historic. Quick facts on Geoffrey. Gender, boy. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Geoffrey. Simple meaning, God's peace. Characteristics of Geoffrey. Sensitive, humanitarian, affectionate, family-oriented, compassionate, community-minded, loving. Cultural references to the baby name Geoffrey. Popular songs on Geoffrey. A song by Sham 69, Geoffrey Thomas. Famous people named Geoffrey. Geoffrey Howe, British politician. Geoffrey Boycott, English cricketer. Geoffrey Plantagenet, Count of Anjou, medieval nobility. Geoffrey of Monmouth, Welsh historian. Geoffrey Lewis, American actor. Geoffrey Blainey, Australian historian. Geoffrey Chaucer, English author. Geoffrey Rush, Australian actor. Geoffrey Palmer, English actor.